Hello guys, it's August 19th, 2017. As you can see, it's a very clear sky today, very sunny. It's gonna be quite warm. So let's just start up with the update over here with the herbs. The lavender is doing well, still growing taller. It's big, getting bigger. Not as quick as rosemary, but yeah, some side growth and stuff. And then the rosemary, as you can see, it's getting very big. There's a lot of side growth. It's not getting tall, but yeah, a lot of growth. And then the succulent is producing this cute little tiny pink flower. This one is done flowering. Wonder if it's gonna produce seed or anything. Yeah, this is all that flower. Yeah. And then, as you can see, the ficus bonsai, it's looking very healthy, actually. I'm quite surprised and happy. The succulents are doing well, too. It's probably the fertilizer in the water. Peony, I don't know. Yeah, I don't see any new growth. And then the Venus flytrap is doing very well. A lot of leaves are closed. It's been attracting a lot of insects, actually. I'm pretty surprised how many bugs they've been catching, which should be good for the plants. Pretty nutritious, right? But most importantly, it's the sun. They need photosynthesis still. This ivy vine thing is growing nicely. Some lateral growth too. These clovers are doing well. Not seeing any new flowers though. Could be out of the season now. Artichokes are doing well. This one is the biggest, and it's still producing lots of new leaf. And remember, I cut off a few last week. It's coming back, so I don't know what to do with that. And then the other pot of artichoke is pretty much the same story. This one is the biggest, but then the one I cut off last week is growing back, which is this one. And then this is just a weed. I'm just gonna pull it off. The catnips are doing well. I've been trimming the old ones, and then these are the newer ones, still flowering. And then you can see some new growth from the sides I've cut off. More of a lateral growth instead of a primary growth. And then the wildflowers, a lot of different, maybe not a lot. I can really only see 3 types of flowers. This one is probably the plain corpses, and then a lot of clovers, crimson clovers, and then these two, the only two, these are the California poppy, and yeah, most of them are just crimson clovers. I wonder where the baby blue eyes are. But yeah, these are the wildflowers. The raspberry are doing very well. Still flowering, and then the flowers are just turning into raspberry fruits. And you can see it's been growing outward too. I need to do something about this. Probably move it closer to me so it's easier to harvest the fruits. And that one is very far away. I'm gonna show it to you though. So let me pull this up. It's quite heavy, spiky. Yeah, it's very heavy, and you can see a lot of fruits. Need to think of a way to move this towards us. And then there's this new raspberry branch too, very heavy with the fruits. This is the older branch. Blueberry, yeah, it's done flowering, and most of the fruit has already matured, and it's just getting new growths now. Yeah, this is, yeah, the maturing fruits, calla lilies. It's just a lot of leaves. It looks healthy though, so I'm happy. Um, and the leaves are pretty big, as you can see. Yeah. Strawberries are doing well too. These runners are producing fruits too. Right here you can see some fruits. And then let me just kind of quickly go through the strawberry plants. You can see a lot of maturing fruits. Probably need to harvest some today or tomorrow. Like this one, this perfectly red. Quite good shape too. And yeah, here's a bunch more fruits. Just need to harvest them. Right here we have the lacy phacelia. It's getting big and it's now ready for flowers. You can see the flower buds over here. Excited for the bees. Let's see, over here we have the lilies. You can see some new growth, but I'm just gonna let this do its own thing. Right there, there's a few buds. And then this flower pot, most of the poppies are done flowering, and then the straw flowers are doing really well. As you can see, it's very pretty. There's yellow pollen. Kind of reminds me of sunflower. This is a little different color. Pink, magenta, I think. And those are kind of white, pinkish. Pretty cool. Blueberry, pretty much same thing. Lots of new growth right here. Asparagus. I've been looking at these new growth. There's this new growth over there, and I think there's another one over there. Yeah. So yeah, it's still growing. Hydrangea, pretty nice. I think it kind of likes this partial shade over here. And then this hydrangea is growing a lot too. You can see some lateral growth right here. It's kind of similar to blueberry. After they flower or fruit, they do their growth later in the summer. And then the potatoes are big. You can see now it's very tall. I have to kind of really reach up to get the top of the plant. You don't see any flowers yet. Yeah, big plants. Here we have the, I think it's called morning glory. As you can see, there's a lot of leaves. The vines are all over the place. Yeah, don't see any flowers though. Yeah, some of the vines are like kind of going over to neighbors' area. And then the cypress vines are doing well. As you can see, some of them have started climbing the net. And then right here we have a few more. They're gonna climb the net too. Hopefully we'll get some cool flowers. Red, pink, white, hopefully. All of them. And then the dahlia. More flowers coming up. Excited for that. And then the smaller ones over here, I think, are coming up with flowers too. This one too. And then this is the first flower. It's pretty big. Rhubarb flowering still. This is the first one, this is the second one, and the third one. Well, not chronologically, but you can see the seeds on that one, on the oldest flower spike. I'll give you a close-up of the seeds. And this is the rhubarb plant. Oh, yeah, gonna show you the seeds. Yep. And as for the indoor garden, there's not really much to talk about. Orchids pretty much the same, and then the the new growth is over here. It's kind of covered by the leaves of the peacock plant, so I have to move it around to make sure that it gets the sun. Gotta adjust it a little bit. It's kind of getting stuck on each other. Okay, I think that's much better. Hoya plants, pretty much the same thing. That one too. Yeah, don't see much new growth. You can see there's the vine coming out. This orchid over here is doing well. Leaves are green, and then there's this tiny new growth right here, right there. Small peacock plants doing well too. New growth over here on this orchid, and then this one, I don't know if it's gonna do well though. Leaves are turning yellowish. And then this one, that's the main new growth. And then other than that, the plants looks pretty healthy. Right here we have the orchid, still growing. Gonna turn this around so you can see the leaves. And yeah, that's the hydrangea thing. But yeah, these are the leaves. It's doing very well. And also I've been trying to propagate these snake plants. The one with the yellow edges, that variety I really like. So I'm trying to propagate this. And as you can see, both of the leaves cuttings are rooting. You can see roots like on the lower side of this leaves. So yeah, I'm kind of excited for more snake plants. They're one of the most easiest plants to take care of. Here the pine tree is doing fine. The string of pearls are growing very well. Very long vines. This orchid that's done flowering. And then succulents. This is the snake plant I propagated a while ago. Succulents is doing well. It's getting big. Spider plants. I've moved all the staghorn fern over here. They're doing well. This fern is doing well too. Give you a closer look. It's growing. And then I'm just gonna show you the staghorn fern. I tried to do an individual growth. I don't know, it's kind of growing, but don't know.